Perek Chelek Daf Kuvav, sponsored the Refu Shlema for Amuna Nitzchia Bastema. The Gemara explains the value of learning Torah and performing mitzvahs irrespective of one's motives. Balak merited Rus as his descendant for the 42 sacrifices he brought for Bilam to curse us. The Gemara digresses to mention an interesting dispute. When David was old, his son Adoniyahu attempted to be king. To prevent this, David had Shlomo anointed during his lifetime. His courtiers congratulated him, saying, Yetev Elokim es Shem Shlomo mishmecha, ves kiso mikisecha. Rabbi Bar Meri explained their intent was something of his renown, not greater. Rabbi Yossi Bar Choni disagreed. Fathers are not jealous of their sons and teachers of their students. Their wishes were for his renown to be greater. By Yosim Davar B'fi Bilam, Hashem put something in Bilam's mouth. Rabbi Elazar explains Davar refers to an angel who controlled what he said. Rabbi Yonasan explains it refers to a hook that locked his jaw when he attempted to curse. From what Bilam blessed, we understand what his intention was to curse. Sadly, all the blessings reverted to curses except the first. Number one, Tovu Ahalecha, close study halls and synagogues. Number two, Mishkanosecha Yisrael, eliminate Hashem's presence. Number three, Kinechalim Natayu, they stretch out like streams. He intended to prevent kingdoms spreading out. Number four, Kiginos Ale Nahar, like gardens by a river, he intended to prevent vineyards and orchards. Number five, Ka'olim Nata Hashem, like fragrant aloes planted, he intended to prevent their good reputation. Number six, Karazim Ale Mayim, like cedars by the water, he intended to prevent kings of great stature. Number seven, Yizal Mayim Midal may water from their wells, may water flow from their wells, he intended to prevent long-lasting dynasties. Number eight, Bezaru b'mayim rabim, his seed in abundant waters, he intended to prevent the conquest of nations. Number nine, V'yorom me'agag malko, his king is elevated over Agag, he intended to prevent us having strong kings. Number 10, V'tinase malchuso, his kingdom exalted, he intended to prevent imposing kingdoms. Nemanim pitzei ohev, wounds inflicted by loved ones are trustworthy. Refer to Achia Shiloni's curse. Menatoros nishikosone, whereas kisses of our enemies are the opposite. Achia compared us to a reed. It grows near water, has many roots, and strong winds will only bend it. So too the Jewish nation will only bend from enemies. Bilam compared us to cedars that do not grow near water and do not have many roots. Knocked down by a strong wind will not regenerate. So too the Jewish nation, knocked down by a strong adversary, will not recover. Vayar sakeni eson moshavecha. He saw the descendants of Yisro declaring, your seat is powerful. Yisro, an advisor to Paro, fled Egypt rather than advise him to throw Jewish babies into the Nile. His reward was descendants who merited to sit on the Sanhedrin. Oy mi yichya misumo kel. Reish Lakish explains it to mean who can survive making himself a god. Rabbi Yochanan explains it to mean who will survive attempting to prevent a redemption when it arrives. B'tzim miyad kisim vinu ashur vinu aver. Roman ships will conquer Assyria and subjugate nations east of them. L'cha yatzcha sheyaseh ha'am hazeh le'amcha. Not to weaken Moab, he suggested the Jews requested his counsel to conquer Moab. Moab established a shuk from Mount Hermon due south, where Jewish customers purchased linen from young Moabite harlots, offering it for a cheap price. After a few purchases, they were invited into tents, offered erotic wine by naked sale girls who consented to consorting with them. They had to defecate to their idol poor and deny the Torah prohibiting marriage to Moabites. This chapter, introduced with the term Vayeshev, is a tragic narrative. Vayeshev Yisrael Bashiti Miloshin Shtus. They behaved foolishly. Vesmalche Midian es Bilam Hargu B'Chorev. Bilam HaKosem Hargu B'Chorev. He was killed by all forms of execution at the young age of 33-34 during the Jewish invasion of Midian, while collecting his reward for his counsel. The word kosem is included in Sefer Yoshua. He could no longer prophesy, so he adopted sorcery. The Gemara discusses another commoner, Doeg, who lost his share in the world to come. He is referred to as Doeg, reflecting Hashem's anxiety for a great Torah scholar who would eventually sin grievously. He is also referred to as Doeg, the middle letters Vai, woe after he becomes a sinner. A verse testifies that his Torah was misaf b'lachud, superficial, only paying lip service to the Torah. The verse states, first, Vayiro, the righteous feared the nation would emulate him, the Nasi of the Sanhedrin, but finally, Vayischaku. They laughed because he died young, posing no threat. This happened because he swallowed his Torah and did not digest it, and eventually regurgitated, forgot it. Through David's prayer, it happened faster. Afflicted with tzaras for slandering David, he also died at the age of 33, 34. Additionally, he prayed to exclude him from the world to come, his Torah from study halls, and his children becoming scholars. Doeg's Torah knowledge. Number 1, he determined Kal V'chomer's logical and illogical. Number 2, he decided 300 laws concerning a floating tower, either meaning 300 reasons why the vav of the letter lamed should slant, 300 laws concerning one transported in a sealed container outside Eretz Yisrael not to contract tumah, 300 ways to suspend a tower by sorcery, or 300 laws concerning a tower consisting of tumah standing outside. Number 3, both him and Achitofel raised 400 unanswerable questions concerning this tower. Rava concluded concerning them, Torah scholarship is not sufficient. His personal generation was more proficient in Torah learning than his predecessor, Rabbi Yehuda. However, in times of drought, Rabbi Yehuda would remove one shoe in the morning and it rained. His generation prayed excessively without an answer because they lacked devotion. Vashem Yireh Levav. If you're enjoying Daf and 5, please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. Thank you.